Been a pleasure talking to you.
Yeah, pleasure to you too, mate.
How you doing? We can all pull about a little bit. Do you want to pull about? Have a little pull and a push.
Carl Froch is a former boxing world champion and Hall of Fame inductee. He was born in Nottingham with a date of birth of April 18, 1977. Froch, known as the Cobra, is a legendary British boxer, lauded for his relentless fighting style, resilience, and tenacity in the ring. Froch rose to prominence in the super middleweight division and is widely regarded as one of the best British boxers of his era. Froch was known for his relentless pressure, his power, and his grit and determination. He had an unyielding fighting spirit. He was known to never back down from a challenge. His ability to land devastating shots made him formidable, and he was capable of turning fights in his favor as he carried his power late in his fights. Froch was known for keeping his left hand low, so he had to have a chin, and yes, his was made from granite. He could take a punch, and absorb punishment and keep coming forward. Sometimes he would walk through punches to land his own. He had legendary powers of recovery. While being aggressive, he also displayed good ring intelligence. He had an excellent jab and adapted his approach depending on the opponent. He also carried power in both hands. His aggressive style occasionally exposed him to counters from more technically skilled opponents, but he backed himself and was only defeated twice, once to the elusive and technically sound Andre Ward, and against his Danish rival, Mikkel Kessler, in a crowd-pleasing fight. Froch later avenged this loss in another great battle. Carl Froch's boxing career finished with a record of 33 wins, and 2 losses, with 24 wins ending by knockout. He held various super middleweight world titles from 2008 to 2015. He won the WBC title twice, the first time in 2008, and the second time in 2010. He also held the IBF title from 2012 to 2015 and the WBA title from 2013 to 2015. His best wins were Mikkel Kessler, the unbeaten Lucian Bute. He also had a great world title win over Jean Pascal. The Cobra also had an amazing come-from-behind win over Jermaine Taylor. In another great win, he defeated Mikkel Kessler to avenge one of his losses in a hard-fought, crowd-pleasing battle, earning him the IBF super middleweight title. After his competitive loss to Andre Ward in the Super 6 final, Froch went straight into yet another tough title fight against the unbeaten, hard-punching champion Lucian Bute. In the fight, Froch showed power, shot selection and controlled aggression to rip the title away from Bute in 5 rounds. In another of his great fights, the Cobra secured a points victory over the undefeated, future light heavyweight champion in Jean Pascal for the vacant world title, in a crowd-pleasing slugfest, where Froch displayed fighting heart, toughness and determination. He then came off the floor versus Jermaine Taylor. Froch was behind on all scorecards. The Cobra rallied to produce an amazing, aggressive last round, unleashing a barrage of punches to score a great knockout, with 15 seconds left in round 12. This was the stuff of legends. Other notable fights included the massive 2 George Groves wins in a UK rivalry. The Cobra twice dug deep to turn back the challenge of a young hungry challenger, defying age and speed. Froch climbed off the floor in the first fight to force a controversial round 9 stoppage, where the referee seemed to stop the bout early as Froch got on top. Then in the massive rematch, Froch boxed behind his jab, showed controlled punching, took some shots and gave some in a more cagey battle. Froch gave a much more controlled performance. He then threw a massive right hand in front of 80,000 fans at Wembley Stadium for a huge 8th round knockout to close the argument and emphatically end the rivalry. This was the Cobra's final fight, and an amazing farewell to boxing. To add to his legacy, as if that wasn't enough, Froch also found time to defeat Glenn Johnson, Robin Reed, Andre Durrell and Arthur Abraham and many more. Carl Froch had a run of fights that is difficult to equal, with a who's who list of quality opposition that could stand the test of time in any era. He was truly a battle-hardened, crowd-pleasing throwback fighter and one of the best fighters to grace the UK shores. Please don't forget to like and subscribe.